Hello, welcome back to the Knynman Raj YouTube channel. I'm Roger, and we are getting ready to do another outdoor adventure. I am here at the trailhead of the San Pedro Parks Wilderness. I'm going to go up to San Gregorio Lake and walk around the lake and then catch up on another trail and go up the Rio Las Vacas. It's going to be about a 3.5 mile hike, take me a couple hours, and then I'm going to meet up with Ruben and Matt, the Southwest Backpacker. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get started. And my ride is driving away as I speak, so I am solo. I am on my own. So we're going to do this. This is the trailhead, and we're going to go for a hike. Okay, we're going to start this adventure. This is a hike that I've really learned to love. I've done it a few times, and I'm really looking forward to being out here and doing a solo hike up this beautiful part of New Mexico. And hopefully we'll get to see some animals and have a great experience. Okay, we are officially in the San Pedro Wilderness. What a beautiful area. It's about 10:45 in the morning. It's cloudy, looks a little threatening, but I think we'll be okay. As we move closer to San Gregorio Lake, just thought I'd show you some beautiful country. It's a bit chilly. It's probably about 45 degrees this morning. Cloudy, but that's okay. We'll take it. Zero wind. It is really nice. So we're about halfway to San Gregorio, I think. And believe it or not, snow left over from yesterday. I saw they had about 4 inches up here yesterday. And it's so dry that it's just melting right off, right into the ground. And we're moving on. We're getting really not too far from the lake here. But for as dry as it's been, it's pretty green. Although they had some snow here last night, and I've seen a little bit of that around. The trail's a little bit muddy. But that's a good thing. We need all the moisture we can get, so no complaints about a muddy trail. Okay, as we move along and crest this little hill here, we look off back here. In the background, you can see San Gregorio Lake. This is kind of the first leg complete of this trip. Lots of water. Sun's out too. Gonna have to probably shed a layer here before long. Oh yeah, here we go. San Gregorio. There are a couple of cars in the parking lot. I don't know if there's people fishing or hiking, but it doesn't look too awful crowded out here today. Being a Friday morning at 11:15, something like that. Yeah. I think I see a guy over there fishing. Pretty. We're going to walk around the lake here and catch a trail going up to our right. We're going to walk this thing. Very nice. What a great way to start the trip. Okay, well, we're at the back side of the lake. I stopped and took a short 10-minute break and caught my breath a little bit, but we're at the next trailhead. And so this is the direction we're going, and I'm not sure what the name of this trail is. I think it's the Vacas Trail. But yeah, so we're gonna head off that direction, and boy, it is just so beautiful and quiet out here. There's no one here. I think I maybe see a couple of people in the very background, but that's it. And it sure has feel like it's cooled off quite a bit. I can see my breath, so I'm guessing it's somewhere between 40 and 45 degrees, which is not a thing. It makes for good hiking weather. So this is the direction we're gonna go. We're gonna catch this trail and separate ourselves from the lake and move on up to some beautiful country. So as I'm walking up the trail, all these trees are down in the trail. And so you got to go up and over and around. You can see the lake in the very background distance over there. But there's a crap load of downed trees here right in the middle of the trail. And here's more here. And it looks like there's more up here across the trail too. There's just so much down wood, it's almost scary. Alright, as we move along the trail here, there is a lot of wood that is down right on the trail. And these trees don't look like they've been down very long. They're still green. Alright, well, as we move on, here's another good example of all this crap load of wood that's down here on the ground that we're going to have to kind of sort of work our way through. But there is just down wood everywhere. Look at that. Weather sure is nice. Probably about 45 degrees, cloudy. I am glad I pulled out that pair of long johns this morning at the last second, because I think tonight is going to be a cold one, and I'm going to be glad I have those. Boy, what beautiful country. You know, this is the first opportunity that I've ever had to do a solo backpacking trip, and I'm really enjoying it. It is just so peaceful and quiet. You know, I've done a lot of solo car camping trips and a lot of solo stuff up at the cabin and sleeping out, but as far as walking into the wilderness with a pack on my back by myself, this is a first. People ask me, well, aren't you afraid? Aren't you scared? Heck no, I'm not. I'm loving every bit of this. I will admit, sitting in the car on our way up, I was a little bit nervous, not scared. A little bit nervous about how the trail was going to be, mud and those kind of technical things, but as far as being out here in the wilderness by myself, no, man, this is my sanctuary. I'm loving it. So, and we're going to move on. I just want to take my time and enjoy the scenery. I'll be up at the place I plan on camping out probably in another hour and a half or so. I could probably do it in an hour, but I'm really just taking my time and enjoying nature and the scenery. So hang in there with us. We're going to see a lot of cool stuff. Okay, so here is some of the mud I was talking about. I just don't want to slip or anything in this nasty stuff. But we have some of it here. Look at that big old tree that's blown over. And that's the root side of it. Crazy. Can you imagine the wind it took to blow that thing out of the ground like that? Wow. Nature. Gotta love it. Nature's brutal. Especially up here in the wilderness. Well, now that the sun's out, it's starting to warm up. And the humidity feels like it's gone way up too. With the sun being out. The sun's out. And there's a little bit of snow, what's left from the 4 inches they had up here yesterday. It melted pretty darn quick. More trees in the trail. Yeah, check out this one that's crashed down on the trail, and it hasn't been down very long. It still has green on it. But wow, look at that. And there is where it came from. Freaking amazing. I bet that made some noise in the forest when there was no one around. Huh? Alright. Moving on. Well, it went from sunny to sleet. Can't really see it. There's just a little bit. I could hear it in the trees up above me, and I was going, what is that sound? It sounds like a creek. But I think it's the sleet hitting the trees. A little bit coming down here and there. Not anything to be concerned about. And I think we're coming up to the next trail junction. And this will be where the trail splits off, and one will go to the Vacas Trail and the other one will go to the, I believe it's Damien Trail. We'll check out the sign when we get up here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Damien. So how quick the weather can change up here in the wilderness. Sunny and warm 10 minutes ago. And now we're getting light sleet and a little bit of drizzle. And yes, we are at our next trail junction. And we have water. I believe this is... The map down there says this is Clear Creek, but I always thought this was the Rio Las Vacas. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more. Anyway, it's got a pretty good little amount of water in it. Okay, well, I made it across without getting wet. And isn't that a beautiful sound? Listen to that. Still a little bit of sleet falling here. Oh, we got some hikers here in the background. This is the Rio de las Vacas, San Gregorio Lake, and the San Pedro Parks. Alright. And we're going to head up the Vacas Trail right here. Probably stop and take a short break. Okay, well, I stopped here at the next trail junction to take a short breather. That's what I'm carrying. Not too awful bad. But man, look at the sleet falling around me. It's not that cold. I just hope we don't get a whole lot of this sleet coming up here. I still got another mile to go before I make it to my campsite. Taking a little shelter underneath some trees here. It all of a sudden just decided to let loose. You can see it out there. Coming down. Alright, we're still waiting it out here. Now the sun's out. And it's still spitting pretty good. Okay, well, the sun's out. We're going to press on to our next and last stop. But I don't know if this is snow or if it's sleet. Looks like snow. The sun's out. I don't think there's anything to worry about. But so here we go. We'll move on to our destination point. We're probably about a mile out. Take us 45 minutes.